Governor DeSantis is speaking now about the storm. Let's listen.
Understand that, and that'll be true probably from Pinellas, maybe even Manatee, all the way up through the Big Bend. Keep in mind, if you're told to evacuate, you do not need to drive hundreds of miles. You do not need to leave the state of Florida. You basically need to go to higher ground. Almost every instance, you can go tens of miles to a shelter, to a hotel, to a friend's house, whatever works for you, and you'll be able to ride out the storm. The key is to not be in those areas that are going to be hit with big-time storm surge and that are going to potentially have life-threatening situations. And so tens of miles, not necessarily need hundreds of miles, and the more people that do a more limited evacuation, more local evacuation, you're not going to have the highways and the roads clogged. So it's not necessary to try to outrun the storm. Just get to higher ground, get in a structure that is going to be able to handle the hurricane, ride it out, and then you'll be able to go back to your property and inspect whatever damages. So more local evacuations. You do not need to flee to Alabama, Georgia. You don't need to drive hundreds and hundreds of miles. Now, fuel. We have 35 bobtails and 15 tankers of fuels are en route to Central Florida, 2 pre-staged with a couple 100,000 gallons of fuel. We had limited fuel interruptions with Hurricane Ian, but you never know how that works, so we want to be able to have fuel to be able to get that back on target as soon as the storm passes. We have 7 urban search and rescue teams ready to deploy to impacted areas, and of course we have Florida Highway Patrol, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, Florida Fish and Wildlife. All those folks will be ready to go. So as soon as that storm passes, they will be on the ground helping out Floridians. We have 2,500 guardsmen and airmen that are pre-staged, but 3,000 more are currently being mobilized and are on the way for a total of 5,500. And they'll have at their disposal 2,400 high-wheel vehicles, 12 aircraft. Kevin is also requesting through the EMAC additional rotary wing assets from other states, and we anticipate that those requests will be fulfilled. Schools. Hernando County schools are closed today, Citrus and Levy tomorrow. There will be more counties to come in terms of school closures, and so parents just understand that that's coming down the pike. That, of course, is a local decision that will be made on a district-by-district basis, but I think people should anticipate school closures along the Gulf Coast of Florida for both Tuesday and Wednesday, and perhaps even beyond that. Power. There are tens of thousands of linemen that will be staged and resources will be staged, and they will be surged to the impacted areas. The goal is to get the power restored as quickly as possible. Floridians in the path of this storm, just be prepared to lose power. This is going to come in, if it's Cat 3 plus, there's going to be a lot of trees that are going to get knocked down. There's going to be a lot of debris that is going to interrupt the power lines. So just understand that is something that's going to happen. These linemen will be ready to go and connect again. Now, some of the companies that do this very routinely, like Florida Power and Light or Duke, they have what they need. They're going to do. Some of the smaller outfits, municipal outfits, county outfits, please accept mutual aid. Please accept these linemen to come help and accelerate the power restoration. It matters. It makes a big difference. Even in a storm like Hurricane Ian, as damaging as that was, the vast majority of people, even in Southwest Florida, did not suffer a catastrophic loss. And so to get all those people back on as soon as possible, it makes the recovery so much more impactful, so much more effective. So those folks are there. They're going to be surged, and if you're in one of those outfits, please accept the mutual aid right at the beginning. And also, please have a plan that as soon as that storm goes, have a sense of urgency to have your folks go and get the power restored. I can tell you the places that did that after Ian, it worked a lot better. When there was a delay, then just people get frustrated. So we believe that time is of the essence when it comes to power restoration, and we have the folks available that can be helpful. Generator safety. We've had a lot of new people move to Florida over these last many years. Some got their first taste of a hurricane last year with Ian, but we've had many people move in even since Hurricane Ian. When you're using a generator, you cannot run your generator inside your house. You could die with carbon monoxide poisoning. So it's got to be outdoors only, and it needs to be at least 20 feet away from the windows and from the doors, and the exhaust needs to be pointed away from your home. So please operate the generator properly. We've had throughout the years in Florida generators operating in people's garages or even people's homes, and it's just not something that's going to work, and it could definitely be deadly. So generator safety. Kevin is going to come up and provide an update from the EM perspective. Wilton Simpson's also going to come up and provide an update on the gas situation emanating out of the port of Tampa with the diesel. All Floridians, you need to be executing
That was Governor Ron DeSantis talking about Tropical Storm Idalia. The storm is currently headed for Florida, expected to make landfall there as a hurricane. We're going to continue to follow the storm's track and preparations all morning long.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.